Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. In this video, I want to correct a lie that is being spread all the time. When people see what is going on in Lagos, where they are demolishing properties of Igbo owned by Igbo people, they keep on talking about the fact that Igbos are buying land outside the Igbo land. Meanwhile, in Igbo land, they don't sell land to strangers. It's a lie from the pit of hell that Igbos don't sell land to non-Igbos. It is not true. Those who are saying it have not even tried. They are just spreading fake news. This is because the Igbos are as accommodating as any other part of Nigeria in terms of access to land, if you can pay for it. One thing you must also know is that in Southeast, land is available, but it's expensive. This is because the land area of the Southeast is not that large compared to other zones in the country. So land per square kilometer is likely to be higher than the average price you can get elsewhere. So if you can pay for it, they will sell it to you. There is no doubt about it. Many people from outside Southeast who are owners of banks, they have properties in the Southeast. All these major banks that are owned by non-Igbos, they are operating in the Southeast. They were able to acquire properties. They were able to acquire lands where they build their offices. I don't think any prominent bank in Nigeria had ever said that he couldn't get a place in Southeast to build perhaps an office and it was denied it, or to buy a building and it was denied the bank. So where is all this narrative that Southeast do not sell land to non-Igbos? It's not true. The major telecommunication companies, okay, take Glo for instance. Glo is owned by somebody from Southwest. Glo has offices, its masts are everywhere all over Southeast operating. But those who don't have resources, even to be able to put a shade in Lagos, are talking about that if you go to Southeast, they couldn't even allow you to open shop. It's a lie. The Glo man is there, and so many other people are like that in the Southeast doing business. Nobody denied them access to land. Nobody denied them access to their telecommunication mast to facilitate their business. Nobody denies them. So it is a lie from the pit of hell. And then the biggest business, one of the biggest businesses that people do these days is religious business. Let's be frank about it. It's religious business. Many of the mega churches in Nigeria, why is it that they have some of their biggest branches in the Southeast? The Redeemed Christian Church of God. Bishop Pastor Adeboye, his churches are everywhere in Southeast, occupying gigantic structures built by them. Where did they get the land? They built all these churches of Redeemed, the whole of Southeast. Did they build them on air? Or they are hanging on the air, the churches of the Redeemed in the Southeast? Is it not people that gave them the land and they paid for it? All over Southeast, you will see Winners Chapel by Bishop Oyedepo. Have you ever seen Bishop Oyedepo cry out that he couldn't get a land to build church in Southeast? Who are the people that gave him the land to build to build churches in the Southeast? So many branches, so many structures of Redeemed Christian of Winners Chapel. Who gave them land all over Southeast? You see winners everywhere. How managed? Are they hanging on the air? People will just be talking what they don't know. All over Southeast there you see Mountain of Fire ministry. They're everywhere in the Southeast, propagating their religion. And they have structures. They have buildings all over the place. Have you ever seen the Mountain of Fire ministry owners telling you that we cannot be able to have a church in the Southeast? We can't see land to build church. But somebody who is not even into business, because it's on social media, is talking about if you go to Southeast, they don't give land to strangers. Is the Mountain of Fire owner from Southeast? Is Winners owner from Southeast? Is Redeemed Church of God owner from Southeast? Even Dunamis, is he from Southeast? And Dunamis is everywhere, occupying big buildings from Enugu to Aba to what have you, Omai, everywhere. Are those churches hanging on the air? Is it not people that gave them the land? And they purchased it. So how can you be saying that in Southeast they don't sell land to strangers? I mean, you have never gone to Southeast to ask for land and you didn't get. Of course, as I said, it's likely to be more expensive because of the size of the region. I have seen, before the election, you saw how Governor El-Rufai was boasting that so and so, this state and this state is bigger than the whole of Southeast. People, they talk about that. So everybody acknowledge that the land space in the Southeast is not much. Everybody acknowledge that. But the same people that will acknowledge that the land space in the Southeast, they will tell you, Niger State is bigger than the whole of Southeast. Okay, agreed. But when you want to go and do cattle grazing, you want to go to the same small place, it's a small place. You don't have land space. And you are insisting that somebody should carry his cattle and be roaming about the whole place there. And you admitted it is the soul of Southeast is smaller. Is the whole of Niger State is the whole of Southeast. Niger State is bigger than it. You boast about it, but when you want to do cattle grazing, you are still including the Southeast. People should be allowed to graze in the Southeast when you know that the space is small. But that's by the way. But the important thing is this: it is not true that Southeast does not give East land to people to buy. Look at Kumiyi, Deeper Life. Deeper Life is at every corner, and you can see it in every part of Southeast. How did they get the land? They built the churches of the Deeper Life ministry of Pastor Kumiyi in the Southeast. But people who have never ventured into business are talking about that in the Southeast, they don't give land to strangers. Is Pastor Kumiyi from the Southeast, but his buildings are everywhere in the Southeast. And that's not alone. Several other businesses, those who are serious into business, who can pay, they pay and they get land in the Southeast. So it is not true that in the Southeast they don't sell land to strangers. In the Southeast, they even give out land to strangers as a gift. Many people can testify. I've seen videos of people testifying that they went to Southeast, their friend gifted them land. So it's a fallacy. It's a fallacy. So when you want to talk about that Southeast people bought land in Kano, they bought land in Lagos or whatever, don't go about spreading the misinformation that but in their own area they don't allow anybody to buy land. It is not true. If you can pay for it, you will get it. Southeast people are business minded. If you can pay for it, they give it to you, you buy it. But if you cannot pay for it, they can't give it to you unless they just want to give you a gift of land. You have to pay for it. That's the truth. You have to pay for it. And Southeast are not getting the land outside Southeast by gifting. They buy it. So don't buy that disinformation that Southeast do not sell land to strangers. They do. They do. They do. And I have used these mega churches to show you that they do. I just wanted to use it as a typical example to show you, because that will be sure that what I'm saying is the truth. These mega churches, they are all over Southeast with their own structures. Many of them owning schools and what have you. And all these were built on lands in the Southeast. So do not buy that narrative that Southeast do not sell land to strangers, that people are spreading every other place. Yes, they are buying land, but in their place they don't allow people to buy land. It is not true. It is not true. Anybody can buy land in the Southeast if the person is ready to pay for it. People of Southeast also buy land. They also buy land. They also sell land. It is a business that some people are doing. If you can pay for it, you can get it. But it is not cheap, as I said earlier on. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope I have been able to convince you that it is not true that Southeast do not sell lands to strangers. Okay? By now you should be able to be convinced. If you are in doubt, you can go to Southeast. If you have a business you want to set up in the Southeast, they will give you land, no doubt about it. And you can set up your structure, set up your shop, set up whatever that you want. Nobody will deny you as long as you can pay for it. Thank you, and God bless you and yours. And please, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And I have a link under this video that will take you to Jumia. Anything you bought through this link from Jumia will give you 40% off. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.